Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ajali. Ooh, I do really try not to put my instantaneous just reactions into stuff, but because I want to analyze what's going on here. But it's just as called for. This was Amu Haji. He was endearingly known as Uncle Haji, who you might have heard about. He was declared to be by the people that he just assailed with his funk as the world's dirtiest man. And he just died about a week ago at the age of 94. About 4 months after they had given him his first bath that anybody who smelled him ever found out that he had taken. He had a severe, I don't know if they call it aquaphobia or whatever, but he was severely afraid of water. He thought that if he took a bath, if he got near water, that he would fall ill, and then he died. But it was months later, and he was 94. He was a hermit in the mountainous region of Iran. And there was a first attempt to give him a bath where he escaped out of the car that they were driving him into the village to receive. I don't know who could be in a car with this dude. Maybe it was a truck or something, and he was all in the back by himself, and maybe it even had a, sunroof or something. But yeah, he was not interested in that bath because he escaped out that car and ran off. Now, when I look at this person, individuals can be in all levels of just self-destructive thought. And I would say definitively that he was. I don't know. I don't know Iranians like that. So I'm not here to just, all them Iranians are filthy. But there is a noticeable push for the world to go back, for those who once were there, to barbarianism. This right here is one example of it. I remember there were two Hollywood acting couple. Hollyweird. Hella weird. And they confess that they don't take baths. Well, this chick right here, she is a professor at the London School of Hygiene. And she just recently stated that you don't need to bathe anymore. It's really not necessary. You'll just have to get used to being funky. Whew, let's just go on over to the story. I don't want to read this whole thing, but right here it says, a quote from her: "There are microbes on our body that produce nasty odors, but they're not harmful to us. Barbarity is harmful to the world."
It's ants.
Yeah, he does a lot with crickets and ants.
Yeah.
The
ants are
really good. Are the ants smoked?
It's not even crunchy or anything.
It's just meant to add a citrus tone to it. But I can ask if they smoke these. Sometimes they...
This is Lupita that I highlighted in one of the shares that they took down. And I did a comparison with Renfield, a character from the Dracula narrative. And I thank you. I don't know which person it was who let me know about Charles Schwab, and I've since run across his name in terms of him being the titular head of this encouragement for all of us to just eat grubs, eat bugs, as if you can't get sustainable protein from your vegetation and you need to just grovel all the way down. And that is the encouragement to not think strategically long term. That is what is the beautiful nature of being a human being, where you can think beyond what's right in front of your face so you can see the larger scale process of building. And they don't want us to do that. And a lot of us at this point in time, we're not engaged in pondering the long-term circumstances of whatever is presented in front of us, because living on this earth ain't a stretch of this planet that, if you do not have clothing, food, and shelter, is safe to be in. And so you could have individuals who are stark raving mad. There was one time when I thought, I got to do a hoarder video about all these, filthy white folks out here. But then I saw hoarder shows with filthy black folks too. There are those of us who we've just given up the ghost. Well, we have to stop giving up the ghost when it comes to civilization, because I know overall, systemically, we're not a filthy people. We're very tidy. We went and taught the Yoruba how to be cleaner, why you should be cleaner. I don't care how many microbes are harmless on my body. I live in a civilization where I want to respect my neighbors by not being funky. I want to give the people around me a sense of just life is supposed to make sense, that life comes with rules. It comes with duty. So you're not barreling down to this friggin' orgiastic whatever impulse enters your head. You're pretty much no more than a cow kind of mentality, which I suspect is what they want from all of us, because then it makes us easier to kill. I suspect a lot of the clueless elites who are participating in this nonsense, they've been gaslit all their lives that we are the unwashed masses. Though they're trying to talk us into being that, according to them. The Europeans, definitely unwashed masses. Didn't mean they warranted just genocide. But at the same time, some funky people, they even write and confess about it themselves. But they want us all to be unwashed, bug-eating barbarians so they could feel so much better with all their luxury items surrounding them. And they don't want the guilt that comes from killing the entire planet. They want to feel justified. Those unwashed masses. And then at the same time, there they are in their learned institutions trying to justify not giving a damn about your own neighbors, about your own family members. How you gonna walk around and you stinking, you reeking? That's nasty. I don't want to see no dirt grub festering on your arm or on your face or any other place. But you're going to get, and look at that thing right there. Ooh, I'm sorry. I try not to be just, taking little pock shots. But who wants to take advice from this chick? Hey? And I wouldn't even want to get next to her, because so many of them, I understand, are just freaking filthy. This is Hetty Green, or was. She was the record holder for being the richest woman in America for well beyond her years. But she was notorious for being a miser. She only had one outfit that she wore every single day. She never, ever bathed. She never bathed. Her servants used to fight over who would have to go into whatever room she was in, because she reeked that badly. I wonder if these folks are just not themselves prone to this behavior, and they just want to make it easier for them to be their natural selves. It's really difficult for a barbarian, no matter how much money he steals, to actually be really civilized if he doesn't understand that civilization is not a bunch of fancy buildings. It is your ability to communicate and connect with those around you so you could build beyond your measly self to last the generations. And so this is me building. I don't need to own the Empire State Building to recognize I ain't nothing without Black you. So understanding that what these people really would in their own minds die from is a bath in the truth. That's why I wrote Furnace of Affliction, because they've killed the Pacific Ocean. And if we don't stop it there, it will, after a while, become unstoppable. I'm not saying we won't survive. Oh, yes, we will. But at what state of existence do you want to survive? So if we're going to perpetuate genuine, genteel, civil, just society, support your soldiers, and definitely just by putting that work in every day, laying those bricks year after year, I have provided a foundation for us to be done with these devils 100%, because when you kill oceans, you lose. You lose. So go buy all my books, get them off of 25,000yearcycle.net. I'm not even going to recommend Amazon even anymore unless you read the reviews. There are people who do not want you to get this truth, and so they'll come in, and Amazon will allow them, without ever making a purchase, put just a 1-star review. Read what people say if you want to, but then go to 25,000yearcycle.net, where you could get all my books at a magnificently discounted rate, and you could get Furnace of Affliction only there as an ebook for $20. That's astounding, right? So yeah, we just separate, family. Ain't no reason to be dealing with nobody who is not understanding that civilization is not what you just brag about. It's what you are about. Peace and blessings. Straight Black family pride always, and we're out of hell.